Welcome to another episode, Change Tomorrow Today. It's always a treat when the gentlemen's meet.
Church.
Today's episode is going to be about Unlearn and Relearn. My name is Al.
Man, y'all already know my name, baby. I'm Ralph. And today's episode is a special one, man. It's one that the community needs, man. One that everybody needs to understand. We need to start taking accountability for the decision and choices that we make. Mm-hmm. And the best way to do that, man, we have to be able to be adjustable, to unlearn things that we learned that no longer suits us, mm-hmm. and to relearn the things that we need to be successful in life. See, instead of blaming people for the things that's going wrong in our lives, we really need to sit back and analyze everything, mm-hmm. right? Mm-hmm. And be able to separate what serves my purpose and what doesn't serve my purpose.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to be able to dissect into things and to be able to distinguish things that we need and don't need. And for me, I can remember the very first time I ever learned to unlearn and relearn. I actually read a book, right? It's called the Willie Lynch Letter. I actually have it right here with me, right? I wanted to share with you guys, you know what I'm saying? This is a really good book. This is the first book I ever read. I mean, really read in detail to kind of like have understanding of what really was going on around me. Mm-hmm. So after I read this book, it's the best thing I ever read in my life, because after I read this book, it's like, you know, my eyes just opened and I could see the world around me. I had a better understanding of the things that was going around me. Mm-hmm. I understood why brothers felt the way they felt towards each other, why our race as a whole has so much animosity towards one another. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to leave it right here for the people just to get a better feel, you know? But once you are open to unlearning and relearning, your world could be a world of difference. You know what I'm saying? You start to feel better about yourself. You start feeling empowered, knowing that you dictate and control the things around you as much as you possibly can, because no one man is an island, right? Mm-hmm. So we have to be, what's the word? Adjustable.
Correct.
Right? Mm-hmm. We have to be willing to be adjustable to things as they come and be able to figure things out.
And be adaptable as well.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the word I was really looking for initially, adaptable, to be able to make things go the way that we envision it or want it to go. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So how do you feel about this subject, my brother?
Yeah, man. I feel a lot about, I agree with what you're saying. Okay, for an example, right, it's just like a computer or a phone. Every software needs updating, right? Mm-hmm. Everything needs updated. Our mind, our brain is like a hard drive, right? Mm-hmm. So if we're downloading files that's corrupted with viruses, right, it's going to affect the way we think, the way we feel, right? So we're unable to make certain moves in our lives, so we just feel trapped.
Yes,
right?
yes.
And it's just like, if you come to me knowing that I'm downloading all of these viruses in my system, so now you come to me with a USB with great information, right, to update my software. But because I'm filled up with so much viruses
and junk,
I'm unable to obtain my software. Right, yes. Because you have to delete those old files and able to obtain the new information. Yeah. You know?
And I could second that, because like I say, for me, man, I love information, and I love gathering new information. That's just me, because that's the only way to grow.
Correct.
I could remember vividly, man, as a youngster, like I say, as a youngster, man, there were things that I was into that I thought was important. Those things, as I got older and became older, I realized those things that they're not going to serve the stage that I'm on.
Correct.
Or the point in my life that I'm living in right now. So I had to remove those things. Like, for example, you know what I'm saying? You may be living a certain lifestyle in the streets doing certain things, right? You know, some people want to live a thug life, a gangster life, right? Or whatever kind of life that you're trying to live. And a lot of times you live, it's really you're really a crash dummy.
Yeah.
Right? You live in a crash dummy lifestyle, but you don't really know it. Because it's all fun and games until the rabbit got the gun, right? So you're just going about it, doing whatever it is you think you're doing to amass money, to get some money, not realizing those things that you're doing is detrimental to you. So like for me, like I say, as I got older and I had more understanding, I realized certain things I used to do as a child. Now as a man, those things are not going to serve me.
Right. So you had to discard all that. Right.
Because as a man, I have greater responsibility. I'm not only responsible for myself. Now I have a family. I have a wife and children. Even before I had a wife, she was the mother of my child. I had a mother of my child to look after, and I had my child to look after. And even before then, I had my girlfriend. She was my girl. So I had her to look after. You see what I'm saying? But when I was looking after her and myself, it didn't really matter to me. Not saying she didn't matter, but it didn't really matter to me what I was doing. I was reckless, doing whatever I was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thinking it's beneficial because we getting this out of whatever I'm doing.
Right.
Not realizing in the long run I'm bringing more harm than good to my family. You see what I'm saying?
Of course,
so I had to unlearn, to leave those things and put them to the side. Right. Move them out the way. And then I had to relearn. And how I did that was I love to read, bro. You know what I'm saying? I have my own little private dictionary, library
at home.
At home, because that's my favorite thing to do. I love to read. Give me a cigar, you know what I'm saying, some good wine and a book, and I'm going to disappear.
Right.
You ain't going to see me. You know how I get down, brother.
Trust me, I know how you get
down. You know how I get down. So that's the way for me, because I'm sure you guys that have been following the show know I grew up without a father. I didn't have no mentors.
Right.
I didn't have a man to teach me to be a man. So how did I go about learning things? I spoke to everybody I came in contact with, good or bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whether you was a dealer, a gangster, a thug, a prostitute, a basehead, homeless, I don't care, because you have information.
Yeah.
Because you've been here longer than I've been.
Of course.
And you can tell when the information is BS, and you know when it's good information.
Correct.
So I learned as much as I could through books, through different people I came in contact with. And what I did was I sat down and I analyzed everything, and I removed the trash, and I kept the good.
And also too, bro, to receive certain information, your attitude.
Yeah.
The attitude is I think attitude plays a huge part of it, because sometimes we could be complacent the way we think, right? We think we know it all. So we refuse to learn how to make those adjustments to accept new things and learning. You know what I'm saying? Because just because we grew up doing certain things in life doesn't necessarily means that it's correct.
Yes.
Right? It can be false information.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Especially within our community and stuff. You know, just because grandma did it, daddy did it, doesn't mean that it's right. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand completely. And not even that too, man. You got to understand, in our race, everything that's popular, that everyone is into, is the wrong thing.
Like trends and stuff.
Everything that we follow, we think is law, is really the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Like I said, as a kid, I was a victim of that. You know what I'm saying? As a child, we all were victim of those things, thinking, doing this kind of, living a life like this, doing these different things, you know, taking advantage of girls, you know what I'm saying, when we were young boys, you know, thinking it was cool to be a player.
Yeah.
I'm saying, remember, it was, when we were younger, it was cool to have multiple girls, you know what I'm saying? Because if you weren't doing that, then you weren't cool. You know what I'm saying? You had no game. But now understanding the trauma that we were causing to our women, you know what I'm saying? That's just one thing I had to learn to put to the side and learn that that's not the right thing to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Being in the streets and following these rules and doing these different things that everybody says is cool. This is how you're supposed to be. This is how you're supposed to walk, how you're supposed to talk. That's not really cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
How does that make me a man?
Yeah.
You're putting me in the culture, our race puts us in a position to be crash dummies.
Yeah, because I see we continue to suffer. You know, with all of these rules that we have in place, right, within our culture, we still suffering.
We still last in the podium talk. We still last.
Right. We still filling up the prison houses. We still the tail. We're not the head. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, bro, we at the bottom of the totem pole.
Bottom, bro.
Right.
The very bottom.
Right. No one cares about us.
No, because the rules is more important than anything.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? The rules outweigh morality and everything else. The so-called code or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And for me, like I said, I'm pretty sure you too. For me, there's a lot of things that I got into. It's a lot of things that I was doing that I know as I got older, I couldn't do those things. I couldn't hang around certain people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you reprogrammed yourself.
I had to reprogram myself if I want to be successful and I want to be able to take care of my family.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, once you have a child, your life is no longer your own.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I know I had to become an example for my child on how to learn. I had to learn to learn. You heard what I just said? I had to learn to learn.
And that's one of the hardest things to do.
Not even to reprogram. That's later on. But I had to learn to learn. I had to learn how to learn.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Of course.
Because in school was like, what's that to me? Like I said last time, man, when I'm in school, I don't care what you're talking about. I had somebody in every class to do my work for me. No lie. No, real talk.
Yeah.
No lie. I'm telling you the truth, man. In high school, man, when I was in high school, I had a girl in every class to do my work for me. My wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, used to laugh.
Right.
And all them girls wanted for me was a hug or a kiss, you know what I'm saying? Or to wear my big chain. You know what I'm saying? Just to be like, you know,
right.
So to me, I remember the first book they tried to get me to read in high school, how to something, a mockingbird, something like that. Okay. My wife makes fun of me all the time about it because she read it. Because we had the same class, just different time, right? She read the book. She's like, well, did you read the book? I'm like, Yeah. So she's like, man, what do you think about this part? I'm like, well, when the girl do my paper and turn it in for me, I'll tell you what I thought about the part. Because I don't know what she's talking about. Right. Like, I really did not care. So I never learned to learn. I only learned the things that I thought was beneficial for me was the things was, crooked, the crooked things.
Of course.
Because that's how the culture raises us to be, to do everything that's not legal.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, everything is code.
Yeah. Because if it's not, if you're doing the right things, you're a lame.
You're a lame.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You go to college, you're a lame.
Right.
But if you go to prison, you go to jail, you come home, you're a star.
You're a star.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody embrace you. To me, as I got older, I'm like, yo, this is insane.
It's dumb.
It's like you stuck in
a vicious cycle, like a rat.
You just keep running in a circle. You never get nowhere.
You ain't getting nowhere fast.
They holding the cheese in front of you, right? And you in that cycle, you just running. You try to you never reach the cheese. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, man, once I learned how to learn, and I learned to unlearn and relearn, it's a wrap.
Right.
It's a wrap. Can't nobody. At this age where am in life right now, where I'm in life, can't nobody come up to me and tell me nothing that's typical or this is how you, nah, man.
Right.
No. Right. What works for you ain't gonna work for me, brother.
Right.
You wanna live the street life, congratulations. But for me, I'm a square.
Right. And also too, within our community, man, all we do is regurgitate information.
Same
You hear this person say this person say that, this person say that. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not learning new things. We're not learning that information. Like me, when I go to bed at night, man, I love living the square life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I go to bed, I wake up, I don't have to worry about any enemies. I got to worry about nobody coming after me because I don't live by no code. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? I govern myself and my family. I live under my rules.
That's all you can do is govern yourself and your family. That's really all you can do. And the only thing you can do, and a lot of people too, man, this is the problem with a lot of young men that's coming up and a lot of young women that's coming up. We are afraid to actually open up a book and learn something, right? We're afraid to actually put in the time and the effort to learn something because we are worrying about how we're perceived from our peers. Yeah. Not understanding if you're in high school, right? You're about to graduate, you graduate. 9 out of 10 times, your friends in 3, 4, 5 years, a lot of them are not going to be around anymore. Yeah. Because some of them going to die. I'm sorry. I hope that's not the case. No, but we all got an expiration date. Right, that's life. Some of them are just going to move different parts of the country. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Some might turn homeless, addicted to drugs. Yeah. It's a lot of different things that happen once you enter the real world. And if you're not ready and you're not open before you enter that world,
you're a lost soul.
You're going to get eaten up because this is a cruel world we're living in. You know what I'm saying? This world is very cruel, man. It's very unforgiving. And that's why I always tell people, man, and last time I meant to say this, I didn't get to say it. Brother, if there's any brother out there I have ever offended or hurt in any kind of way, back when I was younger, I did anything to hurt you or harm you, and I took anything from you or did anything you felt was dirty, I apologize. I was young, dumb, and I was just living by the code, bro. So I apologize, you know what I'm saying? And if I never did nothing to you, we always had a great time. I love you. You know what I'm saying? Let's just continue to kick it like that. But as for today, tomorrow, and the rest of my life, I am a square.
Me too. I'm a square, 100% square.
I'm a square, man. I don't want to be nothing else. I'm raising my son to be a square. I'm raising my daughter to be a square. Because why? Because squares are winning.
They're winning. Yeah, squares run the world.
They're winning.
Whether you want to believe it or not, squares run the world.
And a lot of people have the word square misconstrued. What I mean by square is, man, somebody that's handling their business, man. You're not worrying about the street. The street is not real. It's a facade. Yeah. Right? When you're living in the street and you think you're doing something, you really ain't doing nothing, man. Yeah. You're just wasting time, valuable time at that. Valuable. Because let me tell you something, brother. 9 out of 10 dudes that get street money, they still broke today. You know why? Because the street don't teach you how to do nothing with that money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You get the money as fast as you get, it's as fast as you're wasting it because you trying to maintain an image. You trying to be the man. You know what I'm saying? You think about all the dudes that you guys may have known, right? That was getting money. You ask yourself, where are they today? Yeah. Man, they still at home living with their moms. Yeah. Right? Or they living with some girl to take care of them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you dudes are living in the past. Yeah. What you used to be, what you used to do. You got to unlearn to relearn, brother. Right. You know what I'm saying? The world is passing you by. We in 2023. You talking about stories from 1990.
1990, 2000.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that.
7. Yeah, man.
Ain't nobody. What I want to learn is how to grow. You know what I'm saying? How can I flourish?
Of course. You know, it's crazy, man. I remember back in the days, I used to see dudes that was getting money. Even in current times, you see dudes getting money, but they still trapped in their environment, right? They got all this money, but they're afraid to learn and explore the world because they only know that environment. You understand what I'm saying?
Of course.
They just know how to stand on that corner or whatever. Just stay within their environment because they're so afraid of learning.
Why? Because the world teaches you that we're enemies.
Yes.
Right? Whenever we go anywhere, we see one another. The first thing we do is we screw our face. You know what I'm saying? We start getting gangster on each other for no apparent reason. And a lot of you brothers don't even know what you're angry or mad about, or why you view the next man or the next woman as your enemy.
Right.
That looks like you. If you read Willie Lynch letter, you'll then understand why, man. It's a cycle. And these things are passed down to us. It's not like when you come into the world, you got to understand, as soon as you come into the world, the minute you come out, you're being programmed automatically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get into different things. You don't even know why you get into these things.
Yeah, because you're programmed.
Because you're being programmed, right? And I guarantee you, man, a lot of you people, my brothers and my sisters, man, if you take the time and you pick up this book and you read this book, it's not a thick book. It's about 30, 35 pages, maybe 40, the most. You will understand why we are the way we are towards each other.
What was the famous quote that Malcolm X said? He said, "We remove the shackles from our mind, our ankles, and we put it on our minds."
Bingo.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Malcolm X said
but
that.
we're not even
Famous
we're not even aware that we're doing that, though. That's the crazy part, right? Because we think I see a lot of people think life is a game. They view it as a video game. But what I always tell people, man, that I talk to when they bring up life is a game, I say, yeah, but you don't get no do-overs.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like if I expire, I can't just go and grab another life and come back.
You're not coming back.
It's done and over with.
It's done and over with.
So while I'm here, right, it ain't really about me. Because like I just said a few minutes ago, once you have children, it ain't about you no more. But while I'm here, I want to make sure that whatever I'm building, whatever we're building, brother, because we're building together, it's for our seeds.
Yeah, we leaving the legacy
for our children,
our family,
and children for as long as we can. So we need to get out of that selfish mind state, thinking life is a game. While I'm here, I'm gonna do what I want to do. No, that's not the way it goes. Especially if you brought life into this world. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Now you have to educate yourself. Properly take the time to really educate yourself, to unlearn and relearn, brother.
Yeah, because one of the things that I'm tired of seeing, young brothers are bringing life into the world, and what end up happening to them, they either go away to prison or they get killed. So guess who's left behind to suffer? That child
and the mother
and the mother.
And that,
man, I'm telling you that rips me up. It rips me up all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember when my daughter was born, man, I made it my responsibility. I was like, you know what? My daughter is here. It ain't about me no more. I'm gonna focus on her.
Man, true story, man. I remember one time, man, in the middle of the night, man, true story. My daughter was born, and I was at a crossroad. I knew a change had to come. No, I'm sorry, that was a different story. My daughter wasn't born. My wife was pregnant, and she woke up in the middle of the night, and I was in another room, and I was doing my thing. I'm gathering my stuff, doing my stuff. And I'm like, boy, I'm finna hit him. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, you think I'm finna go, tomorrow I'm finna hit him, right?
Yeah.
So she walked into the room, man, and she's like, babe, what's going on? What's this? I'm like, she's like, I didn't know you made it this far, because the hustle took a life on its own. It just started running.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this was before people started doing online. I don't know how to do that. I'm talking about,
of course,
street thing. It just took a life of its own. And she's like, oh my God, I know you made it. Like I made it so far, so fast, so quick, because I was an eager learner.
Yeah.
I've always been an eager learner, but I used to put the time and effort into the wrong things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now once I learned, wait a minute, man, it's the game, the game of life, right? As people used to call it a game. The rules don't apply in the same way, but it's all the same thing. If I put the time and the effort to understand what I'm trying to learn and I learn it, you can't stop me from being successful.
Of course. Because
it's all on me. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So all I did was I transformed my mind, I transformed my body, my spirit, you know what I'm saying? I took the time and I pray, I ask God to guide me in the right direction, lead the people that's necessary or needed to help me to grow. And those things just started falling into place for me, bro.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Right. It just started falling. Everything just started falling it's like Tetris, man. Just and it was like by the grace of God, man. I learned the stock market. I learned how to do options.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I've seen man, you'd be surprised, man, the kind of money you could make trading options, man.
Yeah, I remember you telling me.
Man, brother, look here, man.
Yeah.
God is great, ain't it?
Of course, bro. Yeah, you don't want that. You my teacher when it comes to that.
Man, we got we as brothers, man, we have to support and help each other, man. You know, and while we on this subject of brotherhood, man, you know, brothers looking out for each other. I want to challenge you brothers out there, man, that's walking around mad and angry at the next brother that you don't even know. Go up to that brother, shake his hand, and start a conversation, man.
Yeah.
We got to break that cycle to unlearn and relearn, man. We're not each other's enemies, man. If anything, we're in the same situation.
Situation.
We all stuck in the same place. We all trying to make it in life. We all trying to figure this world out together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you make it seem like you're the only one that the world is beating down, brother, you got to look around you, man.
Yes,
it's a lot of us in the same situation.
Going through the same thing.
Yeah, and you walking around mad and angry, and you taking your frustration out on the next brother like he's your enemy. You got to read the Willie Lynch letter and realize, man, this is passed down to you from generations to generations. Let me tell you, man, one of the stories in this book right here, man, this is what the master used to do to the slave. He'll take the strongest slave, right? Out the bunch that the women, the man, the kids, everybody respected because he was very masculine. You know, he would buck break them. You know what buck break means?
Of course.
He would anally rape them in front of everybody.
Yeah, with a weaker man.
No, not a weaker man. He would do it. The master would do it. He would not. He's not gonna get another slave to do it. He's doing it, and he is the weaker man, right?
Of course,
he'll take that strong black man and put him on all fours and rape him, literally rape him in anal, right. While everybody's watching.
Yeah.
So what he does is he takes that power away from that man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that causes the woman to lack respect for him. Because if you're so strong and powerful, how could you allow this to happen to you? And then the weakest slave walking around like, and you ain't nothing, man. Look at you, just man. You got. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So those kind of traumas are passed down.
Yeah.
Because remember, DNA is nothing but information passed down.
It passed down from.
So trauma and all that is passed down.
That's the reason why I said, man. You know, just because grandmama said it, grandpa said, doesn't make it right.
No, it doesn't make it right at all.
Right.
But at the same time, blaming others for the situation that you're in or the place you are in life, that's a weak mentality.
Right. And I agree with that because, you know, our peoples, we need to stop blaming other communities for our situations. That's, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, everything we do in life is our choice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The other communities don't tell us to pick up a gun and go rob this person, blow this person's brain out.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Even though, like, they don't have to say it, it's already been embedded.
Right.
But at the same time, in this day and age that we're in, there's so much information out there.
Yeah.
Right. That you should know better. You should be able to make your own decisions and not just go along with what's happening.
What's happening?
Because you got to think about it, man. If Malcolm, Martin, Marcus Garvey, you know what I'm saying? Let's just go to Marcus Garvey. Could do what he did in the time he did it.
No internet.
He didn't even have the resources that we have. The understanding that we have today, it's just floating around. Consciousness is just floating around, bro.
Yeah.
All you gotta just raise your hand and just grab a piece in the air and put it in your brain.
Yeah.
You can understand, like, okay, a lot of things that's happening to my people, it's our fault.
Yeah.
So then once you start taking accountability, then you go into a mindset, okay, what can I do to change it?
Right, because actions, we got to start taking actions, proper actions.
So the problem is everybody's looking towards, you know, celebrities or these people that's in Hollywood as a hero or as somebody to lead them. But what people fail to realize is, right, just because a person is maybe good at generating money, does not mean they're a leader.
A leader, yeah.
That's two different things. You can be great at financially making money and terrible as a leader, because everybody don't want to be a leader.
Yeah.
Some people just want to make money and floss it, you know what I'm saying, and live life, and they don't want no leadership role. They don't want to be involved in having the weight on their shoulder of having to guide people on how to live. That's not what they want to do. But we give it to them. Willingly. Just, oh man, did you see so and so? He said he's doing this. I'm gonna do it too. That's how trends start. Everybody just following along. Nobody wants to sit back and think and really just analyze the situation and then unlearn and then relearn, man.
Yeah. And also too, to my street guys that are in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Even the things that you're doing in the streets, some of those things that you guys are doing can be applicable in the square's life. Yeah, you understand? You could just
let me tell you something. There's nothing you're doing in the street you can't take and flip into something that's legal. It's the same thing, bro. I learned that it's the same thing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's business is business.
Yeah.
Business, if you understand business from that standpoint, and I'm not talking about nickel and dime. Nickel and dime, you're not doing no business, bro.
Yeah.
You're running after $10, $20.
Right.
Stop that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Stop that. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about the dogs that was really eating.
Yeah.
If you understand, if you was a dog and you was really eating, you understand businesses. And it's the same thing with the stock market. It goes hand in hand. It ain't no difference, bro. It's all numbers. Mm-hmm. It's just a different, it's just a different scale.
Different scale.
You're just using a different scale, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? You have risk management when you're trading options.
Yeah.
You got risk management when you on the street.
Right.
You got to know where the traps are. And it's the same thing.
Yeah.
If we would just take the time to unlearn and relearn and not be so biased and so scared to try new things, we'll be unstoppable as a whole.
Oh, yeah.
As a whole. The problem is we're so divided.
Yeah.
And we're okay with being divided.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I want to be better than you. Even though I might just be playing like I'm better. I'm really not better than you. I really don't got nothing, but I want to play like I'm better than you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Knowing darn well, like what I'm doing, I'm facing 30, 35, 40 years for it. But still, hey, it's paying the bills.
It's paying the bills.
You're unwilling to learn.
Yeah.
You're unwilling to unlearn and relearn. We can't live like that.
We can't, man.
You know what I'm saying? We can't live like that.
We're going to be further behind and behind, man. Behind the 8 ball.
2023, man. And look out, we still fall behind.
Yeah, we still, come on, man. We're not even close, man.
I think you told a story. You said your daughter's she's in engineering school, right? Architecture school. Yeah. And she's one of the only black people in her class. To me, that's crazy to me. In 2023, shouldn't be no one black person in anything. Yeah. And when I see people like celebrating those kind of things, to me, it kind of makes me feel, really?
Yeah.
Like we celebrate, he's the first black person to do it. Like, it's 2023, man. Let's say 1900s, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's time to open up our minds and start learning, man.
Bro.
Yeah.
You know, we live in life like we're still children, man. And you grown men out here, man. Y'all 40, 50 years old, man. And y'all still behaving like you 12, 13 years old, man. You still out here chasing cars for nickels and dimes, you know. You still riding a bicycle. Y'all was riding bicycle when I was learning to walk, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then when I got a car, y'all still was in a bicycle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then now y'all still on y'all foot walking around running after cars for nickels and dimes.
Yeah.
Y'all supposed to have been, evolved, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the beauty about life, bro.
Yeah, hey, I saw a post today on IG. It was a young dude. He was saying, I like what the young dude was saying. He was saying, man, in my community, all the OGs, man, they're good for nothing. Like, he was like, man, all the OGs are just basically telling us to go do robbing and going doing illegal stuff. And the young man said, man, they found a different route or whatever. And because that young man had to unlearn and relearn.
He had to pivot. You gotta learn to pivot, man.
Right, and just took another approach in life, And I was like, wow. When I saw that, I was like, wow. That's
yeah. You got to learn to pivot, man. You can't be afraid to pivot, man, because the minute you become scared to pivot, man, to try new things, that's the day you die, bro.
Yeah.
Because then you stuck in that trap over and over. Mm-hmm. That's the kind of thing that'll make you want to give up, man. Yeah. No matter how much money you've seen, at the end of the day, if you're a conscious being, at the end of the day, this ain't gonna last. Mm-hmm. Man, there's gonna be a day it's gonna go bad for me.
Mm-hmm. And also too, bro, you see our minds and our brains is willing and it wants to learn.
Yeah.
The mind wants to learn.
Yeah, man.
Like I said earlier today, the mind is like a hard drive. You got to put information in your mind.
Man, that analogy you're giving, it might be too much for some people.
Right.
Those of you that wash your dishes by hand with a sponge, think about it. When the sponge is wet, it's heavy, right? Mm-hmm. When you squeeze it, the water falls and it's light again. Mm-hmm. That's your brain. Right. All the crap you got, just squeeze it out and then put in some new things in there, man. Like, don't be afraid, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that hard, bro.
Right.
I'm telling you.
Just like if you come to me with some new information, that's the notification. When you receive that notification on your phone for the update. That's the update, right? Hey,
you're a fool with
the phone needs an update. The computer needs an update, right? So what most people do, we ignore it. We hit the X button and we don't update.
Yeah.
And we're trapped.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And that's where the unlearn and relearn,
man,
comes from.
And like I say, man, the very first book I ever read was the Willie Lynch letter. And I'm telling you, brothers and sisters out there, man, if you want to understand why you're where you at, why you stuck in the position you're stuck into, just pick up this book. Mm-hmm. I guarantee. I had a partner of mine, man. I got a partner of mine. To this day, all he does is do what he do. He only know one thing, man. That's party and drinking. You know what I'm saying? He partying 4 or 5 days out the week. Mm-hmm. So I gave him this book one day. I said, man, here, man, check this book out, man. He's like, man, I ain't finna read your book. So God must have spoken to him or something, man. He picked it up and read it, called me up and I actually lent it to him. As you can see, it's kind of bent. You see how the sides are kind of, I don't like that, but I'm happy the brother read it, though. He used to call me up. He's like, man, I read that book, bro. That's
but
deep.
Quick question, bro. But what is the solution, though?
The solution to unlearn and relearn is very simple to me, man. You have to be willing and able to do the work.
Right.
That's the solution. You have to be willing and able to do the work. Because without the work, ain't nothing going to change.
Because faith without works
is dead. So the solution is to put all doubt aside. Cast all doubts to the side. All fears to the side. Stop worrying about going into a territory that you never been to. Stop worrying about, well, what if I fail? You learn. You fall, you learn to get back up. Just like a child learning to walk, right? That child crawls, stands, fall. Stands, fall. Eventually takes a first step. It's okay to fall. Just don't stay down. That's the solution, brother. You just can't be afraid to learn. You can't be afraid to say, well, I don't want to fail. Or, oh, my God, how am I looking in front of my friends?
I feel that, bro. I like that.
Yeah, what friends? That. What are you worrying about, man? You know what I'm saying? Fall. Get up and fall. Get up and fall. Don't worry about what people going to say to you, about you or to you. Oh, you used to be the dude, used to be the man on the street. You used to be doing this. We used to be in the club popping by. Now you changed. Yeah, I changed. I changed because life changed. I changed because my situation changed. I changed because, man, I got bigger responsibilities than you could ever even imagine or understand. And I'm a man, and at the end of the day, as a man, I got to hold up and take care of mine. So, I changed, man, and I'm going to continue changing until the day I ain't here no more. And all I could do is evolve and leave a legacy for my children, because that's all that matters. At the end, man, when you die, you know who's really at your funeral? It ain't forget your family, your kids.
Your kids, your wife and your kids, and your brothers and sisters.
That's all you got, bro. All that friend stuff, man, miss me with that, man. It's either we family or we not.
You always say that.
I'm always say that. There's no such thing as a friend, man. Because you my friend when I'm up, but when I'm down, you ain't around. See, but family, man, family gonna ride with you through everything. And that's who I do it for. I'm doing it for the family. We doing this together. You know what I'm saying? You can't see the milk dud back there. He's family too. We doing this because we love each other and we trying to make to change tomorrow. Today we believe in that. We believe in you guys, man. We believe in our people.
We believe in our community.
And that's why we're doing this. We're not doing this for our benefit. We not for our own health. You know what I'm saying? We know what to do. We know we got the game. We just trying to bless y'all and pass it on. And hopefully, man, one of you youngins pick it up and run with it. But the first thing you must do, my brother, is pick this book up, man. Pick it up, and I guarantee you, man, you're gonna have a new renewed mind. You're gonna learn to unlearn and relearn. And that's our topic for the day, man. Don't be ashamed. Don't be scared. Forget whoever's going to talk down to you, man. Tell them, man, picture me rolling, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got bigger things to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? Y'all enjoy your day, man. We're going to ask y'all again, man, as always. We can't stress this enough, man. If you're going to watch, man, please like and subscribe, comment, share. If you got any ideas or you have an opinion about what we're talking about, write it down. We talk back. We're going to talk back to you. We love interacting with our viewers. You know what I'm saying? But all we asking you guys to do is to show us love and just subscribe and share and comment. As always, man, subscribe, like, share, comment. I don't know how many times y'all want me to say subscribe, like, share, and comment. You know what I'm saying? But man, for real though, we love you guys, man. We love y'all out there. We really want to see you guys do great, man, and elevate and become better than you are and change your tomorrow today. That's the message, man. We're going to keep drilling that into your heads. You know what I'm saying? Much love and respect to everybody out there, man. Have a blessed day. All right?
Peace.
Take my mind, you cannot take my heart, you cannot take my soul, you cannot take my goals, you cannot stop my time, you cannot stop my grind. What's mine will always be mine. I was born to be a fighter, left alone in the fire, had no one to come and save me, had to learn I have to save me. Mama always told